Yes, I am back again, and I'm back again, obviously having to come sit down because I have yet to figure out my software. But I digress. I wanted to talk about briefly, I don't know if anybody or any one of you have had this issue. And over the last few years, or the last few months, I've had this urge, I want to say, to make things right in my life. Um, 38 years old. I will be 39 come this December. And for some reason, people do a blowout on the 40th, or this the big thing, the 40th. Whoa, I'm like, not quick enough. This year, fortunately for us, we will be celebrating 20 years of high school graduation of Bedford, the class of Bedford High School, the class of 1988. I will be a part of my 20-year reunion, which kind of makes you feel up there a little bit. Not actually old, but just more mature, I guess. We can remember when more than 10, 15, 20 years ago. So that's why it kind of trips me out when my daughter, who's only 14, just thinks she's lived a long time. But same way, obviously, as a child. But it seems like I've had an urge to try to make things right, to atone, I guess. I am a believer in Christ Jesus, as if you've read any of my posts extensively, you know my views on forgiveness, grace, mercy, and those type of things. And I believe that the atonement of sin was taken years ago through the blood, the death, the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And you may have seen some of my posts where I talk about personal hells as well. But it's weird. It just seems like this overbearing thing to make stuff right, to be a productive citizen. Not that I'm not already, but to get my life right in every aspect. Or it's just, I don't know, it seems like such a rush. I don't know. Maybe you all have got some type of inkling like that, maybe not, I don't know, but I just thought it quite weird. So some decisions in my life have been made. Starting to look at things just a bit more different. Starting to appreciate a lot more things, the time that we have here, the time with special people in your lives, family, friends, and the time where you just don't feel like faking the flow no more, I guess, what they say. I always used to laugh at elderly people because it seemed to me like they always thought they had a right to just do whatever the hell they want to do. They'll talk back at you, they'll cut in you a line, they'll do something, but they believe they earn the right. And at this point, they're at the age of, I don't care what you do, what you think, this is what I'm doing. I don't think I've gotten to that point yet, but it's to the point that certain things that were just so important are not. And some things that weren't, in consequence, on the flip side, are. And I just thought it strange. It was just something that I can't even subscribe to you. It wasn't, no epiphany of anything. It was just, get your stuff in order. So I was like, okay. For whatever reason, getting my stuff in order. But it's an interesting journey, I have to say. Very, very interesting journey. Because you find out once you start to try to put things back, it's like trying to, trying to align a cracked back or a misaligned back. There's a lot of stuff you got to straighten out. A lot of things you got to go through and manipulate through and try to make straight. And on the way, try to also teach others as well from the mistakes that you made and not have them do the same thing. I so appreciate now my parents, people that have been in charge over me, whether it be naturally and or spiritually. It's funny because, like, I tell people all the time, ever since I've had a daughter, I've called my parents continually apologizing for how I acted. I was a very mischievous, very rebellious, rambunctious young man, and I don't know how they had the grace and the mercy to put up with me. My daughter, she's basically a good girl, but she's a teenager. And the fits, that we go through as parents, I just couldn't imagine what they had to go through with me as a child. So I apologize all the time. But you try to, as I see what they've done, is try not to have us fall through the same pitfall. So I can't express my appreciation enough to them, the spiritual parents that I've had, and my current pastors, my current bishops, past and present, how they've just tried to instill in me the right way of doing things, the godly way of doing things. And as my mother always says, it's just nice to be nice. So even at this late stage, middle stage, I'm coming together into where things are flowing, where things are, I'm getting right. And I just continue on this journey. And as usual, I will keep you abreast on what's going on. And I hope that looking through this blog, you enjoy my little tidbits and fits. Hey, it's entertainment information. What do you want? But it's just a little part of me that I like to share with you all. And I hope that in some way, something, again, helps you, makes you think, makes you laugh, and just experience some of the things that I experience. Not that I'm a movie star, but you're looking at me. All right, well, again, thanks again. Be blessed and take care.